Hello and welcome once again to Jacob's Toys 5-minute figure reviews. Please do like, share, subscribe, all of those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. In these videos I'm taking a look at the Indiana Jones Adventure series. In particular we're taking a look at Henry Jones Sr., the character depicted by, of course, the wonderful Sean Connery in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Now there are 6 figures in this wave, including this one and of course Indiana Jones. You've also got a couple of the bad guys in there and of course the Knight as well. Is it a Templar Knight, I think, that comes at the end of the film with where they have to pick the cup of Christ. So just going to use a knife or a pair of scissors to just open up the plastic here and get the figure out. So with these figures there is a build an artifact. So in each wave of figures you get a different part of an artifact and you can kind of build up something from that movie, which is quite a cool concept I think. And if you're an Indiana Jones fan, collecting all the figures and building up kind of diorama pieces that go with the movies and with the characters is quite a cool concept, to be honest with you. And it'd be cool if some of the other Hasbro brands kind of got behind that and did that as well and kind of switched out the build-a-figure element and kind of gave us some diorama pieces. I'd be all up for that. I love the bags on these figures. They've got that kind of iconic map that you see when Indiana Jones is travelling, and I just think it's a really nice little detail. The other thing to point out as well is the build an artifact instructions on what parts go where is printed on the inside of the cardboard. So all of these figures have come in windowless packaging, which I think kind of works for this line as well. Here's his suitcase. The detail on it and the sculpting is really nice. It doesn't open up, so it is literally just an accessory for him to hold, but it's iconic to the character, I suppose. He always had his briefcase and his umbrella, and there's the umbrella as well. And then here's all the artifact pieces that you get with this particular figure. It's all cups and plates and stuff that we saw stretched out on that table, on that kind of temple, that desk, I don't know what you'd call it, but yeah, there we go. Oh, you've also got his glasses, which I'm surprised are actually, and his hat, which I'm surprised are both detachable. I assumed when I saw the images that they were going to be attached to the actual head, but they're not. There's a nice few little pieces of kind of diorama bit here, which, you know, for action figure photography and for display and stuff is quite cool. There's a little journal as well, or a little diary. Yeah, I mean, it's not a huge amount of accessories for the build an artifact, but it's quite a cool little selection. Here's the figure. Now, there's nothing exciting to really say about this figure. It's a figure of an old man, essentially, which I think is the danger that this particular line did run down, was that all of the characters are essentially just normal people on film. They're not superheroes, they're nothing like that, so they are just normal people. But this is Sean Connery, and it is, of course, Henry Jones Sr. So it was a must-have, really. He was such a cool character in the film, and I think for an Indiana Jones setup, there are a couple of characters, him, Short Round, that I had to have as part of that setup. It is also quite cool to have that Sean Connery head sculpt that's not obscured by the hat and the glasses. So if you were going to use this for a custom or use the head on something else, the option is there, I suppose. Holds onto his umbrella quite easily. It just kind of goes into his hand like that, and he can stand there holding it. See, already it just looks quite regal and quite in keeping with the character. I'm actually really surprised at the likeness on this. The likeness on the head sculpt is very good. The glasses sit on there. They sit on there nice and securely. Unlike some figures where you have detachable glasses, there's no kind of peg holes or anything like that. And his hat just sits on his head there. But that is a really decent figure of the character. Not a very exciting character to have on your shelf, but it is definitely a good depiction of the character in the movie. I'm not disappointed with that at all. As I said, if I wasn't doing kind of an Indiana Jones setup, I don't think I would have this character in my collection. It's not one that I was like, oh, I need a Sean Connery action figure of him holding an umbrella or anything like that. But because it is such a pinnacle kind of character in the Indiana Jones franchise, I thought that it had to be added. I would even buy the well, I can't remember what his son's name was now. Was it Dog or something like that, or Mutt, in the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, because that is the one film that this line hasn't covered yet. They haven't done a Kingdom of the Crystal Skull line yet, so I'm kind of waiting on that Indiana Jones, and I think I'd pick up the one of his son as well. But there we go. All in all, not a bad figure to add to the Indiana Jones collection. Do like, share, subscribe, and all of those things, and do check out my channel. I have reviewed a whole bunch of other Indiana Jones Adventure Series figures as well. But that's about it. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you soon.